Happy Wednesday, everyone. Alex here, Blue Moon Rising TV. This is the transfer target. Loads going on today. As I'm speaking now, this second, it looks like City are on the brink of the first signing of the January transfer window. And that name is this man, Anthony Gutierrez. Now, probably not a name that you're familiar with. I certainly wasn't until a few days ago when this story first emerged. He's an Australian player, plays in the Australian League, midfielder all the way across the midfield. Probably not a first team signing, this one, as you might have guessed. Doesn't have a European passport, doesn't qualify for a UK work permit to play in the Premier League. This looks like it's City doing a favour for our sister club, Melbourne City, who are also owned by the Sheikh. Australian football has an unusual system in which clubs from the same league can't buy and sell to each other. So it means that it looks like City are going to we're going to sign Gutierrez and then loan him out to Melbourne City. There's, basically a loophole in their rules. So not really a first team signing. It's City's first sign of the window on a technicality. But it's good news, I guess, that we're helping out Melbourne City. Let's move on to City's own first team signings. A few new names to talk to you about today, so we'll get onto that in a second. I want to talk about Leroy Sané. Now, Sané, yesterday it was announced by Bild, big German paper, there was a €37 million release clause in his contract. It looks like City are prepared to meet that. They're going to try and trigger that. A lot of the English papers seem to be agreed on that. However, Spanish papers and the German papers seem to say that Barcelona and Real Madrid are Sané's preferred clubs and that both of those teams are willing to stump up the money. So it's bad news for City on that front. Some papers even say that Barcelona have already agreed a deal in the 24 hours. They've met the contract, they've met the clause, handed over a contract. Sané's keen. So looks like this is the one that got away from us. Some of you might be pleased about that. Some people saying that we didn't really need Sané. It's a lot of money to spend on a young player who's never played in England before. But it's a tough one. I think if he goes to Madrid, this could still work out all right for City if he does go to Madrid and not Barca, because that's another attacking midfielder in the mix at Madrid, which makes it harder for Isco to get those first team appearances that he wants, which means it could move Isco to City. It could pave the way for that one. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. So we're going to move Sané further away up there. Still on the cards, could still happen. It's all just paper talk, but it looks like he's slipping away from us. New names then. This one I'm really excited about. Branislav Ivanovic. I'm going to put him up there. And this is probably one that no one expected. A bit of a shock move. Ivanovic is out of contract in the summer at Chelsea, and they aren't going to renew his contract. They've got this unusual system where they don't renew anyone's contract over 30. I really rate Ivanovic. I think at his peak he was one of the best defenders in the world. He's a real consistent, reliable, hard man who could really do a job for City. He's out of contract in the summer, which means he is free to talk to European clubs now. However, story goes, he's not really interested in moving to Europe. He wants to stay in the UK, which would open the door for City, surely. We did exactly this with Bakary Sagna a couple of years ago, signing a player from a big rival that they let go on a free. This could work out for us. We've all seen how well Sagna has done. Why not do it again with Ivanovic? I'm dead behind this one. Let me know what you think. I'm going to move on to the last name. Last name I want to talk about today, another new name. And that name is Moussa Dembele. Doing really, really well at Fulham, making a name for himself in the Championship. He's scoring goals, he's making goals. He's out of contract, just like Ivanovic in the summer. He's out of contract, and that has opened up the rumour mill. Juventus and Roma in Italy are both meant to be very, very keen. A couple of Spanish clubs, a couple of French clubs. Man United have been linked with him, but City are apparently going to make a bid for him to get him in January to jump in ahead of all those papers. There's other clubs. The papers have said they're not signing any players, but they are starting rumours. They've said it's going to be £12 million, which is a lot of money to pay for a player who's going to be out of contract 6 months later. But if that's what it takes to get the best young talent, that's what it takes. It's an interesting one. If Wilfred Bonney leaves in January, I could definitely see it happening. It's terrible news for First Salina, us signing another attacking young sort of centre-forward midfield player. Kalichi and Inacho, he's the current backup, it seems, now, with Bob Bonney on the way out. So it's a little bit of competition for him. It's a really interesting one to see if he could do a job for us. So that's my bit. I'll hand over to you now. I want to know what you think in the comments. Really want to hear what you want to say about Dembele and Ivanovic, the new names that we've not heard before in this window. Sané looks like we're not going to bring him in. Are you disappointed? Let me know about that. And if you're a Melbourne City fan and you're delighted about the Anthony Gutierrez news, let us know. I've been Alex. Give it a like if you enjoy it. We'll see you tomorrow.